Over 4,000 ANC branches have just 3 weeks to nominate party members in good standing who would be public representatives in the country's 9 provincial legislatures as well as parliament. The ANC's electoral committee expects this process to be completed speedily.
The National Executive Committee received a recommendation from the Electoral Committee where the Electoral Committee was saying that the deadline should be extended to 15 October. We had to re-evaluate the whole program to ensure that come the 2nd of January, we've got candidates that are also going to be deployed to campaign for the African National Congress. So having looked at the program, we thought that if we extend the deadline beyond the 15th of October, it was just going to be nearly impossible for us to complete all the processes of vetting and checking the good standing of the candidates, doing financial declarations, criminal record checks, and so forth. It was going to be virtually impossible for us to do that within a congested time frame.
The committee has further introduced strict guidelines for this process. Amongst them is that candidates must have a matric qualification and no criminal record.
You need not to have a criminal record for you to be on the list. So all comrades who have got criminal records are not going to be on the list in terms of the rules that are here. Also, comrades that have been found guilty by ANC disciplinary committees and had their suspension of membership in the last 10 years will not be able to participate in the process. Comrades who are also facing disciplinary charges that are not completed will not be allowed to participate. And also those comrades who are appealing against disciplinary cases in the ANC will also be disallowed from the process. And that will also be applied to comrades whose issues of misconduct or ill discipline will have been referred to the Integrity Commission. And if the Integrity Commission has made recommendations that have been accepted by the National Executive Committee and implemented, including the step-aside rule, will also not be allowed to be on the list. We emphasize that issue because there will be comrades who are still having issues with the Integrity Commission, but the National Executive Committee, in terms of the Constitution, has not taken any decision on their fate. So those comrades may not be affected until such time that the NEC says you step aside or you are removed from office.
All the candidates will have to undergo interviews to assess their capacity to do the work, whilst in some cases, candidates will have to undergo lifestyle audits. 3
interview processes. One is national to national list candidates who are going to be interviewed by the electoral committee, and then there are 2 lists at a provincial level. Is the provincial to province list, and the also provincial to national list, where the provincial list committee will take charge of the nomination of the interview processes. Then there is a 3rd category of interviews that is for the premier candidates in the various provinces, where the rules are saying that the extended provincial executive committee session must recommend 3 premier candidates, 2 of whom should be female, and those are going to be interviewed by the national officials with the chairperson of the electoral committee, Comrade Khalima Mtlante, as an observer.
The main purpose of the rules and process guiding the nominations is to ensure that branches of the ANC nominate candidates who have the skills and experience to go to parliament and provincial legislatures. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.